Oh my goodness. It's too hot in here.
My love, I know how we can beat that heat.
Oh my goodness. That's good. That's amazing.
So we got Europeans are shocked by Americans' air conditioning culture. And what do you mean by shocked by air conditioning culture? It's 2026. Y'all don't have air conditioning over there? Nah, I gotta check out some of this reaction because there's no way y'all discovering air conditioning.
This is roasting. 35 degrees Celsius. I've taken all my pictures outside and I'm like, I just need to find me some shade. And I just want to experience what it's going to feel like to actually walk into the stadium, to feel the air conditioned. Oh, this is glorious. Absolutely glorious. It's like stepping into a fridge.
Exactly.
Living the dream. I can feel myself rapidly cooling down. This is what dreams.
You did not know in Germany there's no AC because having it is a crime here. That you go to hospitals, all the patients are on their last breath and they're like,
Just a reminder, more Europeans die every year from heat-related illness than Americans do from gun violence.
Are you normal?
bro, yes, your house is hot.
You know how much cost electricity in Italy?
The Europeans are going back home from their trip to the United States and they're saying that they can't sleep because they don't have AC.
I put the tinfoil on the window, especially the southern facing windows because they get the most sun. I was able to raise the set temperature of my AC.
I'm a Floridian in Europe for this big heat wave they're having, and let me tell you that it doesn't even compare. It would be comparable to like an early May type of warmth in Florida.
How old were you when you learned that Europeans don't have AC? 110 degrees and you don't have any AC. May God be with you, eh?
Hanging blankets to cover their back porch and windows. Let me know if I'm the only one going to these extreme lengths to keep my house cool.
It is 100 degrees today and nowhere has AC still. Restaurants, nope. Hospitals, nope.
No, our windows open different. We can't install window units in our windows.
Perfect. Oh my god.
Isn't it great?
Chris! I know, it's my
Guys, I feel like I'm being fucking rage baited right now by people in the UK. You are not unique, and I'm not saying that to be fucking mean. There are states with warmer summers and colder winters both than you, like at the same time. My state, Michigan, colder winters, far colder winters, and warmer summers. You are not uniquely prone to trapping heat inside your houses, I fear. There are a lot of places that have warm summers and cold winters, and their infrastructure is built to insulate heat. And guess what? We make it work. In this same video, this bitch is talking about, I don't want AC culture to come to the UK because it's going to turn into a mini Dubai where we avoid poor people on the street. And that seems like a pretty huge jump because it is. What are you talking about, AC culture? The poor people are going to die without the AC regardless. Like this, it does not discriminate by class. If you don't have air conditioning in extreme heat, your risk of death is extremely high. Just get some damn air conditioning. What, like the shit you people talk about instead of getting some goddamn air conditioning is crazy. People are dying, and they will continue to die unless you start doing that shit. Window units! And I'm gonna be late to work now because I had to get this out before I started my drive.
Fuck you mean AC culture? What are we talking about? The culture of it not being hot in your house? I'm sorry, I read that and like all of the wokeness, all of the like parts of me that don't touch grass, it left my body. I now want to go outside in the 106-degree heat and make a grass angel. I want to throw my phone in Cumberland River now. Like, what are we talking about, AC culture? My God. It's insane. If you believe that AC units are like contributing to global warming, you are believing propaganda from like the corporations who are actually responsible for global warming. If you're not blaming car manufacturers, if you're not blaming like big factories who are like lobbying to be able to like put sludge in rivers and just like fill the air with poison, and you're instead blaming people who just want to sit in a house and not die of heat stroke. Neurologically, you are so far from social consciousness that I almost want you to like take cocaine, some kind of upper that makes you want to stay up for 3 days reading books and articles and like engaging with like discourse online about how corporations literally like pay so much money to convince us that the reason the environment is being negatively affected is because poor people want nice things.
For years, many Europeans laughed at America's obsession with air conditioning. They would walk into restaurants, supermarkets, and hotels and wonder why everything was kept so cold. But after spending time in America and then returning home during the recent heat wave, many are telling a different story. They now say they miss that powerful American air conditioning. After getting used to cool indoor spaces almost everywhere, going back to homes and buildings without widespread AC has been a real shock. It's funny how the things we criticize often become the things we appreciate once they're gone. America's air conditioning culture may seem excessive to some, but during extreme summer heat, it's easy to understand why so many people rely on it. What do you think? Is America's AC culture too much, or is it one of the country's best comforts? If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to like, subscribe, and turn on notifications for more stories and reactions from around the world.
I want the UK to start adopting AC culture because I think it will just separate the haves and...
What? Now I understand why the UK, instead of saying, how are you, they say, are you okay? Because are you okay? What the fuck kind of logic is this? AC culture. AC culture. My God. Mind you, not only do I have an air conditioning, I have this tiny ass fan that blows a lot of fucking air. And I ain't got no goddamn money. No, like, UK and Europeans, are you okay? Are you okay? I never want to hear another joke about Americans again. Y'all will talk about y'all got free healthcare. Oh, you know, y'all be shooting up your schools. I just found out recently that more people die from heat exhaustion than from school shootings. But AC culture, mind you, it's literally just to stop you from dying from heat exhaustion. And if you're worried about the haves and have-nots, take away your radiators. Take away the heaters. What are we talking about? Mind you, my AC just kicked the fuck on. No, because, like, I have been watching this entire discourse for the past week. It was mainly the Parisians, or the French. And the way y'all are so against air conditioning is so fascinating to me. Mind you, the UK is hot. The UK is hot. There is no air going through that bitch. Okay? Spent a lot of time in the UK. No air conditioning in y'all's flats. My God. Like, do y'all really think y'all are morally superior because you don't have air conditioning? Babe, y'all's people came over here and was complaining about it being 80, 85 degrees in the States. Texas has not reached 100 yet. And y'all was already complaining. She said AC culture. Are you okay?
Dog groomers in the UK, I just know you are getting sick to death of early starts, late finishes, having to reschedule your clients because it is too hot, sometimes just outrightly cancelling them because the weather is too hot for you guys at the moment. I know air conditioning is expensive, but I cannot stress to you how important having an air conditioning unit is in your grooming salon. It is something that you will find yourself using all year round, not 24/7, but there will be times all throughout the year where you will find yourself using your air conditioning unit once you've got it. When you've got older dogs that are maybe a bit more overweight and are struggling with the heat of the dryer, having an air conditioning unit on can make it so much more comfortable for them for grooming. When you've got large breeds, double coated breeds in that you're de-shedding for hours, again, it's going to make the whole groom so much more bearable for both you and the dogs that are on your table. No more starting early, no more skipping the middle of the day and having to work into the late evening to avoid the high temperatures. No more stressing because you can't fit your dogs in anywhere but you're having to reschedule them because of the weather. You won't have to do any of that anymore. It is a very big expense and I know that. But if you look at your local councils, look at the government grants that are available, you might be eligible for some funding to help towards it. If you can prove that it's going to help the operation of your small business, sometimes there is funding available. Or getting a business loan. I know that sounds scary, but honestly, getting a business loan for something that's so expensive like this, you can write it off against your taxes. It's going to be so worth it. It's only going to get hotter in the UK. Summer upon summer, it's only going to get warmer, and this is only going to become more and more of a problem. Stop losing income, stop getting stressed, and stop having to work extra hours to try and squeeze everybody in. It's just not worth it. Get yourself an air conditioning unit, but make sure you get one that's the right size for your salon. So air conditioning units are measured in BTU, I believe. And to make sure that you get the right BTU for your salon, you don't need to just look at the size of your salon, but you also need to look at how many people are working in there, how much equipment you're using and how much heat that equipment is generating, and also the type of ventilation that you have in terms of being able to get the pipes and tubing outside of your salon. Portable units are fantastic, but a lot of the time they're not strong enough for what we need. Even in small areas, they're not powerful enough to counteract all of the heat that we're putting out from our dryers and generating just by day-to-day work. So it's really important that if you are looking at getting an air conditioning unit fitted, that you have a professional company come out, measure your salon, give you a quote. Yeah, do a shop around, have a little look around, but get a professional quote, get a company in to measure up and to find out exactly what power you would need from your aircon unit to make sure that it's effective. Because the last thing you want is to fork out loads of money and it not make a difference, and that could just be because it's not a powerful enough unit for your unit or for your salon. So yeah, I know it's expensive, but it is so worth it. So please consider getting one. Obviously it's a bit late this time of year to get one fitted, but ready for next summer. If you get it fitted in the winter, it's likely to be a little bit cheaper as well. And if you get a unit like this, mine is also a dehumidifier and heating as well, so as well as cooling. So in the winter when it gets cold, this is my heating if I need it, just for an hour in the morning before the dogs come in. It helps with dehumidifying, so drying my towels overnight, making sure my equipment doesn't rust, keeping the place damp free and mold free. Honestly, I couldn't work without it. It's a lifesaver. Good luck. You can do this. Hopefully there's only a few more days left of this heat wave for this year, but who knows. Good luck.
Europeans, what the hell is with your weird aversion when it comes to air conditioning? I truly don't get it, because I have seen video after video of everyone saying, oh, well, the air conditioning doesn't work here, or acting like it's just so foreign of an idea to have air conditioning when your cars have air conditioning. And I know this because I have been to Europe. I have been in Spain. I have driven Mercedes and Audis, and I have driven around with air conditioning blasting in them. And I know that the people that I was there visiting also had air conditioning in their car. And no, air conditioning isn't only available in the higher end models like Mercedes or BMW or Audis, because I have been in Citroens and cheap ass Fords over there that have had air conditioning in the vehicle. Even in the cheapest model of vehicle you have over there, the Dacia Spring or whatever the hell you call it, an electric vehicle, it has air conditioning as a standard option. But even with knowing that, I have seen videos and articles and comments of people saying, well, you can't go from the extreme temperatures outside to the extreme cold because it's going to cause temperature shock and other illnesses and ailments. I'm sorry, what? It's been over 100 degrees with heat indexes of like 110, 115, and we go from that to an air-conditioned house that's about 72, and nobody's getting sick. I have seen videos of people going, oh my god, I can't believe how cold the air conditioning is, acting as if they don't turn on the air conditioning in their car while they're driving when it's hot as shit out. Point being, you guys know what air conditioning is, you know what it feels like. Stop acting like you have some superiority complex of like, oh geez, we just sweat it out over here, and we have no idea what the luxury of AC is. Your cars have them.
Everybody's clowning on Europeans right now because they don't have air conditioning, and yes, it is funny. But this reminded me of a story that I heard when I was studying abroad when I was in Granada, Spain. So Granada, really close to North Africa, it's really hot there, and they don't have air conditioning. Like, they have air conditioning units, but they hardly ever turn them on. Like, my host mom only had one in her living room. She never turned it on because it was so expensive to use. When I lived there, I think I saw her turn it on maybe once, and it was like 110 degrees that day. So they mainly use fans. Part of the reason that a lot of Europeans don't use air conditioning, one, in my anecdotal experience, I have a lot of European friends, worked with a lot of Europeans. A lot of them believe that air conditioning makes you sick because of the change in temperature. So that's one reason a lot of them don't use them. But another reason that a lot of Europeans don't use air conditioning is because it's expensive. Like,
especially in Spain where energy prices are really high, it is expensive to run an air conditioning unit. And doubly, it's like expensive to run anything in Spain because the electricity prices are so high. So there's this guy who went to my university, and he had this crazy story where he got a fan from his host mom, which once it hit like really high temperatures, I think they had to give us a fan. Like legally, my host mom gave me one and it was broken. Shout out. So this guy got a fan, but his host mom was like, but you can't use it. And he was like, okay, like why would I get a fan if I can't use it? Well, one night it's like super, super hot. He opens up the window and he turns on the fan because he's like, I'm going to turn on the fan. And he goes to sleep, and in the middle of the night heard like all this clattering because his host mom, it was like a plaza style apartment where there's like a plaza in the middle and like 4 walls around. His host mom had somehow gotten through the kitchen window into his bedroom window that was open, crawled in and unplugged the fan because she didn't want it on. And he woke up to this and was like, what is going on here? Had to be placed into another home. But I was just thinking, like, Europeans go through really, really big lengths to avoid air conditioning, and in some cases, even the use of a fan.